Well, let me stop you there. The DREAM Act, you know, before the break. So we have somebody that's brought in here. Say you were brought legally by your parents. They did the right thing. They opened up, you know, they have the American dream. They've got Chang's opening up in Katy, coming soon to you. And you were here 2 years old.
Open already.
And it's already open. And in the Heights if you're going to Houston. But, okay, seriously, so you came over here, but what if they had been illegal? And like many of these people are fearing that they're going to graduate. They want to go to college, say they finish. I mean, you hear these stories like they finished the top 10% in high school, they're going, and should they get deported? Will they get deported? What's the reality?
Well, I think nobody, if they could tell the future or read somebody's, you know, palm or whatever, then great. But, you know, I think it's reasonable, reasonable people should make this judgment. I mean, if this kid has been perfect, or, you know, now adult, whatever, has been a good kid. I mean, what every parent wants, and then just ended up with a beer before he turned 21 and got caught for it. I don't think any reasonable person would want to deport that kid.
Or just to say, look, hey, we saw you on TV, you graduated, let me see your ID. Say they're in Arizona, and say, you got to go.
Right.
You're illegal. Now, what's the reality?
It's going to hurt society. That hurts society.
But what I'm asking is, are they going to get deported or not?
Well, that is, I guess, what we're here for, to discuss and to persuade, I guess, those that are trying to pass the DREAM Act to consider these issues. This is probably where it's going to be most important as far as the application. But yeah, they are subject to deportation. So, I mean, that this is a federal
But you
issue.
as a lawyer, what could you do to kind of put the skids on that, you know?
Well, first of all, don't be in Arizona.
Okay,
that would,
remember
yeah,
that,
so
ladies and gentlemen.
probably want to get out of there if you're there already.
Yeah, right.
So that would be a starting point. But, you know, but whatever court you're in, whatever the proceeding, you want to nip it in the bud. You don't want to have it in the system and then wait to see and then hire an attorney, or, you know, however you want to deal with it.
You got to jump in front of it.
You got to deal with it, and the sooner you can deal with it, you can nip it in the bud, and then it'll be over. Because at that time, it's just the application.
People have more questions. What's your number? What are your digits?
361-883-VELA. VELA. Exactly.
And your email?
You can just email John, John, @thevelalawfirm.com.
And that'll hit you right there on the smartphone you got right there, which is going off as we speak, nonstop. That's
on vibrate by the sky.
Well, I certainly want to thank you for coming on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell the young people out there and anybody else that's concerned with immigration? I know that it affects all of us. We are a nation of immigrants.
Yeah. Well, I want to say something to, I guess, people that are against this act, that, you know, probably the outcome will justify what the point of the act, because you're deporting probably potential, you know, pillars of society. And so, and everybody committed, even Clinton smoked, you know, like, I don't know if maybe he didn't inhale, but yeah, right. So, you know, future president. But really, go to school. If you're a kid, if you're young, go to school, full time. That way you have a threshold that's met for the application of the DREAM Act.
John Wong, immigration attorney. Very well said, man. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you,
and
Joe.
remember, that's 883-VELA or John
at thevelalawfirm.com.
Okay, and we're going to come back. We're going to have a young person's view about this also. We're going to be talking about immigration. We're going to take a little break, and you've been listening to John Wong. Give him a call if you have any information that you're seeking about immigration or questions. Give him a call, and we'll be right back.
Thank you.
I consider myself a moderate Republican. I have very, very moderate social views, and I'm pretty strong on defense matters. And I think there is a party in there that wants to come out. But if the Republican Party is going to come out in the way that Mike Bloomberg is talking about and others are talking about, they've got to take a hard look at some of the positions they've been taking. We can't be anti-immigration, for example, because immigrants are fueling this country. Without immigrants, America would be like Europe or Japan with an aging population and no young people coming in to take care of it. We have to educate our immigrants. The DREAM Act is one way we can do this. That's before the Congress is
Explain that a little bit, because that's an important
The DREAM
piece of
Act, in a
legislation.
nutshell, says if you are a young person and you were brought here by your parents and you're in illegal status, if you have finished high school, and we will give you a 6-year temporary residency, and if during those 6 years you finish 2 years of college or you go into the military service for 2 years, then you're on a path to citizenship. That's good. America is going to be a minority nation in one more generation. Our minorities are not getting educated well enough now. 50% of our minority kids are not finishing high school. We've got to invest in education. We should use the DREAM Act as one way to do it.
And we're back after a brief break. You're watching attorney Joe Flores on South Texas Crossfire. Special thanks to the Lopez family, KTMV, the only station with political teeth. And family owned and operated, my good friend Carlos Lopez, the Ted Turner of broadcasting, as always bringing us out there. And if you don't have Time Warner, you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And also, I want to give a special shout out to nuestra gente que habla nuestro idioma. Bien saludos aquí, bienvenidos. And we are here with a good friend of mine, Christina Flores. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
And you are a young community activist, and I invited you on the show to talk about the DREAM Act, and a lot of people. We just had John Wong, an immigration attorney, leave the studio. Had an opportunity to visit with him. Now, why did you get so involved about this? And I noticed that you're putting things up on your wall on Facebook and trying to get people involved. What motivates you? What's your passion behind this? And what is the DREAM Act?
Well, I've always loved politics. As a young person, I think that we should all get involved. Like you said, on Facebook, my friends and I have posting articles about the DREAM Act, about immigration, just informing people the facts, not opinion, well, opinions, yes, but not the things that aren't true. We just want to inform people. But the DREAM Act is simply children that are brought here at a very young age from another country. They've been here for years, and all they want to do is pursue their dream of going to college. And many of them are very, very bright students. They just want to have a successful life, just like you and I do.
And we're talking about people that aren't felons,
Right.
that aren't violent people, that don't
Correct.
even have DWIs.
Right. Yeah.
And so we're seeing a lot in the media about, young, lady that was finishing up. She was 18 and she's getting ready to graduate and going to college, and then they say you're going to be deported.
Right.
I mean, what is the talk around campus? What reaction are you getting in the community about this and people your age under 30?
Well, amongst my friends, we're very much in favor of the DREAM Act. We think it's ridiculous that they would be deported for such a thing. I mean, they just want to have a better life. It's really disheartening that they would be sent back to a country that they have no idea about, that they are Americans, they consider themselves American citizens, yes. So they do deserve to stay here and have a chance.
But what about everybody who says, now look, so many people that want to be in this country, they're doing it the right way, legally. What's the argument against that? Is it because of their age and they didn't ask to be born in this country,
Right.
but here they are?
I think it's knowing the facts. They're going to contribute to the economy, they're going to contribute to society in a positive way, so why not let them pursue their dreams and stay here? I don't understand that.